Don't forget, if you want a copy of FIFA 20, make sure to like this video, comment down below and subscribe if you're new to enter my ongoing giveaway. And if you want coins, make sure to check out Mule Factory. There is a link in the description. They've got the cheapest coins, and if you use LE5 cheap at checkout, you will get yourself a discount. Hello, what is going on guys? LE96, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. In this video we are back talking about Player of the Month, Pukki. In this video, I'm going to be going through and showing you guys some Player of the Month investments that you can make in FIFA 20 when the game does actually launch next week. It should be early access or the web app or something is going to be coming for FIFA 20 next week. So I think now is the perfect time for this video. If you guys enjoy this video, if you could drop a like on it, that would be absolutely insane. Let's see if we can try and smash over 250 likes in the next sort of 24 hours. If we manage to get over 100 likes in the first hour, I will upload a video talking about a cheap starter team that will be OP in FIFA 20. So if you want to see that, drop a like on this video. The giveaway will actually be carrying on until the end of this month. I want to push it the tiniest bit longer because obviously there's not been too many videos on the channel recently because I've actually started my brand new job. And if I hadn't started that, all those videos would have been uploaded this week and we would have had more content. But I just want to push it the tiniest bit longer to give everybody a chance of winning. Now, just before we get into this video, I know that I did actually make a video not too long ago saying that the Player of the Month was going to be Aguero, and I did actually say that Pukki was actually not the Player of the Month because he only received the Fan Player of the Month. Obviously though, this has all changed, so let's jump into this video and talk about everything that you need to know. So guys, jumping into the preview screen over here, as you'll be able to see right here on the September 13th, this was yesterday, EA did actually announce the Player of the Month for the Premier League being Pukki, and it did actually say it will be available soon in FUT 20. Now, we did actually get this announcement a bit earlier. Now, a lot of people were thinking that Pukki had actually been announced for quite a while. That isn't actually the case. Basically, what happens is you do actually get a fan vote before the official vote. So this is now the official vote. Obviously, as you can see right here, he's got himself his Player of the Month card right here and his Player of the Month award. So this is who we are going to be investing in. I apologize to you guys saying that it was going to be Player of the Month Aguero. I pretty much thought that it was going to be Player of the Month Aguero, but it is going to be Pukki. So I thought I'd make a follow-up video because I even said in that video that a lot of the investments were quite general. So if you've already got some of those notes written down, make sure to write some new notes for this video because these are some investments that you need to make next week. And I'm making this video before the full game is actually out because if I do it on the day of the release of this, you're 100% not going to be making as many coins if you start to actually make notes and start to prepare for your investments right now. So jumping over to a FUTBin, we now actually have all of the FIFA 20 players within the database. I will leave a link to everything that I'm talking about in this video in the description, so make sure to go and check it out. However, we have now got all of the FIFA 20 players loaded within FUTBin. So if you click on any of these players right here, let's take a look at Ericsson for example, you'll be able to see right here that this is actually his FIFA 20 card, not his FIFA 19 card, nothing else, his FIFA 20 card. You can actually still get on the FIFA 19 database by going into the players tab, FUT 19 and then players. We may be using that at some point within this video just to take a look at a different few cards as sort of reference. However, I don't really think I am going to be doing that. So in terms of investments, who am I going to be recommending for specific investments? Now, with my investing process, what I would recommend for you, all you guys to do is to pick up these cards as soon as you possibly can do. So whether that be on the first day of the web app, whether it be when you get the game or whenever it may be, as long as you can do it at the earliest occasion, that's when you're going to be making the most coins. If you pick up a couple of these cards maybe after the SBC's been released, you're not going to be making as many coins, so make sure to bear that in mind. So what I want you guys to go through and do is jump over to the clubs tab right here, go over to L to P, and we want to go down to the Premier League, and after that we want to go all the way down to Norwich City. Now Norwich City do actually have an abundance of silver cards, so at the start of this game, when we do actually get this full released SBC, if Norwich players are actually included, this silver Norwich filter is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and likewise if you want to set it to English, that it would be absolutely ridiculous as well. However, what I would actually recommend for you guys to go and invest in is these cards right here. So I want to be going for Farman, Amadou, Pukki, maybe, and this Drimich card right here. All these cards are probably your safest investments within FIFA 20. Now, the reason why I'm actually recommending to go for the golds rather than the silvers is because they're a higher rating. So if Norwich players aren't actually included within that SBC, you've still got gold players who you could potentially use in your teams or potentially use for different SBCs, or just keep them time a bit longer and they will actually go up in price. So I'd say that these lot right here are your safest investments. Obviously, if you want to, you could go for the 74 rated cards. These are only 4 of them right here. However, I imagine that a load of these will actually be a hell of a lot more expensive because the supply of these cards is going to be a lot less than the gold cards. Gold cards are going to be coming out a lot because loads of people are going to be opening gold packs rather than silver packs in the first instance. And also, I think a lot of people are going to be going for the silver cards over the gold cards because there's more silver cards. However, in my opinion, I'm going to be going for the gold cards as I think they're a safer investment. They may not go up as much as the silver cards, they may not be the best investment, they may not be the riskiest investments. However, I'm always going to prioritize the safest investments because in the first early stages of FIFA, losing you guys coins is the last thing that I want to be doing. Next up, we are going to be going for Finland players. Now, what we want to be doing is jumping over to the Nations tab, go to EFG and go down to Finland. Now, Finland is actually the nationality which Pukki is actually from. As you can see right here though, we've actually got quite a few Finnish players within FIFA 23 pages at least, and it's going to be a similar story for these as well. What I'm always going to recommend for you guys to go through and do is to pick up the gold cards first. Now, you've even got an 83 rated gold card within this little section right here, which is always good for investments because 83 and 84 rated cards can actually be used in 84 rated team squads, likewise with 85 rated cards as well. So this guy right here is 110% going to be an investment for me if I can actually afford him within the early stages. Obviously, you've got a couple of other guys in here as well. However, like I said, I'm always going to be prioritizing the gold cards because I think it's just a safer investment. Again, it's a similar story with all the silvers. There are so many different silver Finnish players. However, I think that there's a massive oversupply, so I'm not too sure if they are even going to actually include Finnish players within this SBC. However, if they do, I'm going to be going for these gold cards right here 110% because I just think that they're a safer investment. I think they're more likely to be included, and if we are going to be selling within the hype as well, I think that these are going to go up more than the silver cards because I think the silver cards are just a bit too volatile. Now, when I'm talking about selling in the hype as well, what I would actually recommend to do is pick up these cards. Then when there is actually an announcement about the SBC coming on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever it may be, that's when you're selling your cards. You don't want to be selling these cards when the SBC has been out for a bit of a long time. You're more than welcome to try that. However, for me personally, I always prefer selling in the hype because that's the quickest way to make coins. It's probably your best profit potential, and it's a pretty much safe way of investing. And again, I want to be doing safe ways. I don't want to be doing anything else. Moving into my final investment, however, it is actually going to be some Premier League players. Now, a lot of my investments have actually been based on what we did actually get for Player of the Month Lucas last year. So again, what I want you guys to go through and do is jump over to the league tab and go over to the Premier League. As you can see right here, there are so many different cards from the Premier League. However, what I would recommend for you guys to go through and do is invest in 80 to 84 rated cards. Now, let's just take a look right here at a couple of those cards. So what you want to do is jump over to this 3-star little icon right here. You want to go over to your min rating and set it to 80 and max rating 84 and filter by the rating. Now, as you'll be able to see right here, loads of different cards are going to be coming up, but it is completely up to you who you guys individually go for. For me personally, I'm always going to be going for maybe cards who are in a central position because typically they go up the most. Likewise with left backs and right backs, they always go up as well. Not too much in comparison to those central cards. However, you can go for pretty much anybody. So 84 rated cards again is actually perfect to go for. As you can see right here, there isn't actually too many 84 rated Premier League players, and I'm trying to look at a couple of cards right here to try and think who would be the cheaper options. Maybe you could go for Kepa. Socrates could be someone who's a bit cheaper. Matinho again could be a bit cheaper, and Leno as well. However, I think if you're going to be going for other players like Cancelo's going to be a ridiculously high in price, mainly because if you take a look at his card, he's got 90 pace as a right back, so he's going to be going for ridiculously high in price. What we want to be going for is the lowest of the lows, and you can use FUTBin when the full game is actually out to compare the different prices. In addition to that as well, you've got 83 rated cards, but if we go over to the 4th tab right here, I would also recommend to take a look at these 80 rated cards as well, because I can't really imagine that this SBC is going to be too much in price, because it's going to be an 84 rated card. It's going to be at the start of the game. I don't think the EA are going to make it too highly rated, thus making it that bit more expensive. So again, make sure to take a look at the 80 rated cards, 81 rated cards, and make sure as well that any cards that you're actually picking up are rare gold cards. Don't be going for these cards right here who are non non-rare gold because it just doesn't work as well as if you were going for the rare gold cards. So guys, that is actually going to be all of my investments for Player of the Month Pukki. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you could drop a like in it, that would be absolutely insane. Make sure to go through and make a load of different notes about your investments. Make sure to jump on FUTBin as well. Maybe just take a look at a couple of different players and get a couple of different players in your head for when the full game does actually come out. Now's probably the best time to prepare. If you leave it the tiniest bit later, loads of different people are going to be trying to pick up different investments and all the rest of it. So now is honestly the best time. If you enjoyed this video though, drop a like on this video. That would be doing me a massive favour. But this is MattHDGamer. This has been Player of the Month Pukki, FIFA 20 investing, and I am off. Goodbye.